And we are back! Ascension eSports Elder League, Masked Penguins versus Relegades Incorporated. Relegades 2-up, match point. Looking to finish off the Masked Penguins. Are they going to be able to come back? We're going to find out in just a moment as we get into Game 3. What do you think is going to happen with the draft this time, Spark?
I don't know what's going to happen, but what I really hope that happens is that they double ban, that's what involved, and they take away the Ivern, because that Ivern, oh boy, that's really annoying. Like, it's not really making the flashiest plays with the root colors and Daisy, because Daisy dies in like 5 seconds, but, or 0.5 seconds. But still, it adds up, because Whiterun is shielding everybody on his teams, making so many plays, enabling so many plays. So actually, they're going to be diverging from that already, banning out the Graves. Sincerely hopefully they ban out at least the Ivern. Actually, no, I think that they ban. I hope they ban double ban Red Flame.
Yeah, I mean, it's working. Red Flame's doing work. Red Flame is owning this. I'm curious to see if they do a double ban towards Red Flame, like. What will actually stop him? What will he take next?
Okay,
what will
that's
he look to
reasonable.
dominate with?
That's reasonable, but now do you have knowledge that they're leaving off either the Nasus or the Gangplank, unless they pick it away, which is also a possibility. They could pick it away and then Red Flame, and then ban the other, and then Red Flame Evolves will be back to his third pick, whatever that may be. But I'm not sure if Carafangs plays either Nasus or Gangplank, so they could try this. Or they could try to draft a more favorable matchup, or maybe have Piccolo Jack go top lane more often. One of the two, but those are the only ways that I really see that Masked Penguin would make this draft work out really well with regard to top lane.
Do not try.
Okay.
Well, they do go for the Nasus. Yeah, I was fully expecting that. They have to do something that works a little bit better into the Gangplank, though. They let Red Flame just get too huge. He was unable to punish Red Flame on the Shen, and really, Shen just doesn't start up that quickly. He's very slow to start, and if you give a pick like Gangplank that type of room that early,
I recommend
you know he's
skipping.
willing to take it. You know he's willing to go miles with it, and he really showed it.
Another Lulu ban coming out, so that tends to be a trend that Relegades have been doing when they're on the red side. Don't want the first pick from the side of Masked Penguins to be that Lulu. Fairly strong champion, and in both of the champion pools, and that will be already picked up.
Possibly going for something a little bit more comfort. I'm not too familiar with Autumn Rain's champ pool, but...
Oh yeah, Ari is definitely his #1 most comfortable champion. I've checked. For both Mr. J-Jax and Autumn Rain, Ari appears to be both their comfort picks.
But that does give Samanu his Lucian, which you know he's happy to take right away.
Just please, don't draft Sivir into it. Good God. This is like, what was that other draft? Wait, no, that was Ezreal. Wait, hold on. What happened in the Trash Panda set? Was that they kept drafting Sivir, or they kept drafting Ezreal?
Yeah, they kept drafting Sivir.
Okay. So, please, don't draft Sivir. Goodness. No. Just draft like Ezreal. I don't know.
Sivir, the bane of all playoffs.
I mean, the Twitch still isn't up for the Mount He's just not going to get to touch that champion.
So we are waiting for the next pick. I really do hope it's not going to be Sivir. Gragas is something I totally agree with if you're going to use Piccolo Jack. I feel like that could be something that can work with his playstyle the most, especially considering he's been very suicidal with the way he plays, and you put him on a champ that can soak a lot of damage and be able to get good initiate. It could work pretty well for him.
So Axisol going for this Braum. I don't remember exactly. I think I believe he's played a mage the past 2 games, so this will be a pretty significant divergence from the past 2 games. The way the series has been played out so far, we're already seeing Piccolo Jack being on this primarily tank. May go for the Rune Geckos, we'll see. But see how this works out for them. Probably wait, no. It might just be the Olivia for real this time, because Mr. J-Jax has been playing that lately. We will see.
Yeah, waiting for that lock-in. Also, Vi being hovered as well. Pretty strong engage coming from Vi. Not exactly in the high S tier, but overall, just her kit can do some really good wonders when it comes to ganking. Very potent ganks, and it is locked in.
It will be Nivea. I do quite like that champion. I'm not sure how it fares into the Ahri. I'm pretty sure the Ahri wins that because Ahri is so mobile, and Nivea is dependent on having people, you know, trapped inside of the ice storm, hit by the flash frost. So maybe a little more difficult for him there in that matchup. We will see. However, for Demaglio, I would honestly like to see a Jinx. I know he's played it, and I know he's comfortable with it. I've seen him play it in this past. I believe he played it this past season. Yeah, I believe this past season, something like that. Oh, hey! Am I gonna be right for once? Hey! No, please!
Oh!
Come on, it's really right for once. Please. You know, the vein can work out too. Maybe. It's just the thing you're picking into a buy.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
Okay, maybe he's just watching this show.
What in the world?
Why? Oh goodness, okay. Well, we're gonna see the Draven.
Oh, and does this put Red Flame back onto the Gangplank? That has to be a placeholder. They can't be... What's going on?
It must be. It must be. I refuse to believe there is a world where they're drafting an Udyr top.
Or it could be Udyr jungle and Gragas top. Gragas top is a thing now.
I played Udyr the other day. It was pretty nice. I do like the new Udyr. So the new Udyr, you actually go Tiger Deer, and then you can either go for a Cinderhook or Blood Racer. I believe that people have been playing it because the Tiger Bleed now applies every third auto attack, and it looks like this is for real then. So it applies every third auto attack. So now you don't have to just activate your Q again in order to get this bleed effect, but you can have a lot more DPS in that respect with the new Udyr. So are they going to swap it? Are they going to Udyr top or Udyr jungle?
This is Udyr top.
I mean, that's reasonable because with the new Tiger Deer build, that's better. You get like you have no wave clear at all. Like you can't. It's really difficult unless you get like a Tiamat or a Cinderhook. So in the top lane, where you can constantly duel people like this, then that might be better. But into the Shen, I think that I would favor the Shen here, honestly. For the obvious reason that playing Udyr, everything you do is an auto attack.
I don't even know what to say about this comp. Mass Penguins. It looks like they're going for... It looks like they're just... If they're going to go out, they want to go out in a blaze of glory. And they want to bring their most comfort champions to the party.
The
pocket picks are real right now.
I've never seen Demaglio play Draven, goodness gracious. I really would have liked the Jinx more here because of the front line that he has and just the necessity of scaling and making things happen as a backup option if we don't make this early game work out. Honestly, I would have liked to see the Zyra more than the Draven just because I'm a Draven hater, because Zyra's untargetability means that she could cancel Vi's ultimate. The name eludes me at the present. But Mr. JJ is going to be taking that barrier, actually. Kind of afraid of Autumn Rain's Ahri.
How in the world is this match going to play out? Let's just ask the question. Who do you think is going to win and why, Spark?
Oh, good. Wait, why can't we win? Where's Destin? I need Destin. I don't want to do this. Okay, well, it's a very unorthodox comp for me. The Masked Penguins, and I've been wrong the past few times, so more than anything, rather than actual analysis, I'm going to Relegades because I want to be right. Also, I think that they have a solid comp as well. They're both of those actually. Yeah.
And I like the Relegades comp as well this time, and not just because Masked Penguins have been losing, lost the.
Wait a second, did I say Masked Penguins or Relegades?
You said Relegades. Okay,
cool. Just making sure. Okay. I couldn't remember for a second. So the Draven trying to snowball in this boss head, that is kind of possible because you have access all with this Ignite. They are trying to go for this more aggressive approach. Braum is really good for countering damage. Like if you get Thresh hooked, if you have an Alistar going in, that's great. You've got Braum. He can tag them with the passive. Name again eludes me, and then you can just stun them up and get a lot of damage done. But for a ranged support like Karma, who's going to be poking you down constantly, it works out slightly more riskily because unless you can get onto this Karma, unless you can tag her with something, or tag Samana with something when he dashes in, this lane's not really going to work out for you because you're constantly going to be at a health disadvantage. Even if Draven takes something like Warlord's Bloodlust, which I think you might, because the movement speed is really helpful for catching axes. As for the middle lane, I think this would just go to the side of Autumn Rain. There's no teleport for Mr. J-Jax, which Anivia sometimes takes, so he's going to be mostly confined to that middle lane, unless Autumn Rain, if Autumn Rain doesn't like roam around something. But I do like ultimately the compound Relegades better. I've never seen Vyar play Vi. So that's his third pick apparently. We have yet to see Red Flame evolved. Well, I suppose that Shen would be it. Wait, he had Nasus up, hold on. So the Nasus pick was open, but they didn't have the Ivern to supplement it. Yeah, to enable it. So it becomes less effective in that case, and it really shows you how important like the Ivern pick was, because you saw how effective that Red Flame Evolves Nasus was, but without the Ivern, it's harder to go about doing that. So the Ivern really was a
Oh, I'm pretty sure the Nasus was banned, wasn't it?
My Gangplank. It's been a long day, bear with me here. But the Gangplank was open and they didn't pick it, so there I'm not exactly sure about. But we'll see. They have the Shen here. The only thing that I'm worried about for the side of the Relegades composition is possibly getting outskilled. I know I say this like just about every time about some team, and then it ends up like not actually mattering. I'm pretty sure that like every late game team cup has won so far, but that doesn't matter. Samano obviously going to be doing his solution things as we've seen before. Mr. J-Jax having that Anivia, giving him a lot of wave clear, but if Aiden goes to late game, I think that I would favor the side of Masked Penguins.
It's hard to really tell. I want to favor Relegades, and I probably am going to favor them overall just because Samano on Lucian is huge. He does so well in that champion. And not only that, but now White Raw being on this like hyper engage along with Red Flame enables Samano so much. And then you can deny retreats with Mr. J-Jax having the Anivia wall. We are going to see a very cheeky, cheesy invade coming out. Axisol leading it. Samano did spot it out, places a ward as he walks away. So nothing to come of it.
Got him with the Winter's Bite. Just showing a little bit of dominance. Samano has started this Doran Shield again versus the Longsword Demaclia. So that Doran Shield is going to be helping him out a bit to sustain through. And I just think it's really OP because that's so I've been told. But we'll see how this works out for them. And Corrupting Potion actually being taken by Kara Fangs. Mana is a really big issue with Udyr, I think, because in the jungle, it can be supplemented by the fact that you can get Hunter's Potion, you can, get the blue buff, and that's fine. But in the top side, not really going to be having access to those two items. So Corrupting Potion definitely, I think, is a pretty good option here, as long as along with the burn. So he's going to have both the dots from the Corrupting Potion and the Tiger Stance.
So we do see the Doran Shield start coming out of Samano with a Long Blade start coming out of Demaglio. I kind of wonder what that means for Demaglio's build.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, because since Yomus has gotten nerfed and the Tyler 1 build is not really as effective as it used to be, I'm really unsure about how the build might work, because I don't think you would go for Bork. Bork is the flavor of the month OP item nowadays, but I don't think that you would build that on Draven, so I think that you just go for Yomus still, honestly. Even though it was nerfed, I think it's still pretty good.
They're seeing a bit of a duel come out in the top lane. KR Fangs looking to trade with Red Flame Evolved as he hits level 2.
Actually, there you saw KR Fangs re-enabling his the trade. You saw KR Fangs re-enabling his Tiger Stance, and then he actually got the third auto off again. So that's two separate instances of the dot, along with that dot reapplying Corrupting Potion. So that's why Red Flame Evolved was able to actually... Red Flame Evolved took so much damage in that trade. Even though the auto attacks themselves don't appear to be doing that much damage.
So we do see a gank coming out into the bot lane. Piccolo Jack going on to Samano. The Ignite is live. Will they get the third? Brock for the stun. There it is, but it's far too late as he's under the tower now. And now a fight in the top lane. KR Fangs on the losing end of it so far. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Autumn Rain gets chunked out. Action happening all over the map.
I think Demaglio kind of misplayed there. I saw him kind of duck to the right to pick up an axe instead of going for the last auto attack onto the onto Samano.
Yeah, but fortunately, that means the flash is down on Samano. KR Fangs looking to fight it out. He's getting chunked out, and that's first blood in a 1v1 picked up by Red Flame.
So it's kind of tragic.
Man, Autumn Rain doesn't seem to be able to have any success in 1v1ing with Mr. J-Jax.
Alright, I'm just gonna assume that everything I say from now on is wrong. Just like take everything I say and just take the reverse, okay? Literally nothing I say is ever coming true in this entire series, I'm pretty sure.
Just want to note that Demaglio did burn his flash, but White Raw doesn't get anything out of the Vault Breaker.
Okay, well actually Autumn Rain is very far ahead in CS, so he is winning in that respect. It's not so much in the trading.
Yeah, but look who's coming. It's White Raw looking to get the gank onto Autumn Rain. Vault Breaker being charged up, denied with a great charm to come out of Autumn Rain.
Yeah, that's the thing to be worried about, holding the Vault Breaker for that long. Because the thing is that charm doesn't stop dashes anymore like it used to. So even if he had let go of the Vault Breaker, it still would have gone through and hit him, although he would have been charmed at the end.
We're going to see another gank. The jungler's really active this game. Onto Piccolo Jack. I mean, on from Piccolo Jack. Taunt is super effective.
Super effective indeed.
Ooh, a fight breaking out. Axisol doing a lot of work to prevent damage from going onto Demaglio, but that's a pretty big minion wave that you don't want to fight into. Demaglio has to use the heal. Will the flash come out of Samano? No, he burnt it earlier, but barely able to survive.
And we're taking really low there, kind of overestimating his balance. Ooh, Samano nearly doing that himself, but he'll be fine. Actually, meanwhile, we'll have to back. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay. So he's still pretty high health. He's pretty high health now, so should be able to stay with not too much problem. But he has lost that pressure that you tend to get in these Draven lanes, and that's actually really unfortunate because he needs to be able to pressure onto Samano.
Ooh, he's not in the taunt. Has to burn the flash to escape the damage that was going to come out from KR Fangs.
A rare mistake from the mighty Red Flame Evolved. Who would have thought? So this top lane Udyr is actually looking pretty promising outside of the early game mistake that KR Fangs made. I just really like Udyr. I still love the champion.
I don't know what to say about it. I want to root for it, and then I watch him get first blood, and now I'm like really confused on if I like it or not.
So back in season 5 when I was like silver and I thought I was good at this game, I played a lot of Udyr. And then I played top lane Udyr once, and it was like a Muramana thing. I went for like a Muramana, and then I would just like Tiger Stance people, and then Muramana them with every auto attack. And I thought that was really good, except I was silver, so probably not the build that KR Fangs is going to be going for here. I'd like to see a Black Cleaver, actually. I think that's really good. Because, ooh, taking away risk more.
Piccolo Jack has just been out-jungled by White Raw in every single game so far.
But I think that the Black Cleaver build is really good, and I think that KR Fangs should do it, because that's a legitimate build, okay? With the dot that Tiger Stance will be applying so often, he can shred people's armor, and the movement speed also helps a lot, because it's similar to having a Trinity Force and just the Udyr thing of hitting somebody and then just running around like a madman.
And so, a lot of tension brewing so far.
If you look at Red Flame Evolved's build, the man has 3 cloth armors. He's still so low. Imagine how much damage he'd be taking if he didn't have 3 cloth armors. Oh.
KR Fangs getting caught out again. Here comes White Raw. Does have the assaulted battery, and it's used and batters down KR Fangs.
That's goodbye to him leader. 0-2, not really having a good time. Oh,
Autumn Rain, look, he's tired of being bullied by Mr. J-Jax.
ooh. Bob's in the face with that. And they're going to be looking to get damage on this tower. Not going to try for it. Oh. A lot of damage going on the boss side.
Yeah, Demoglio hasn't been successful just yet with this Draven pick. But look at this tower. It's not going to be contested either. That's going to be an early first tower. Meanwhile, Autumn Rain trying to fight it out with Mr. J-Jax. Wants to pop the egg. Barrier goes out. Doesn't fall for it overall. Okay trade, but the first turret gold once again going to Red Flame Evolve.
So Demoglio having that serrated dark, looks like he will be going for that Yomu's, even though so it's still probably the best trading build. But he does not have access to that vamp set, to that Bork, life steal attack speed, all in one package that Solana will be building. So that vamp scepter actually really helpful for if he ever takes an axe to the face. Demoglio just like really not having a fun time in this lane, even though he's supposed to be that Draven that's so powerful and just hits you with the spinning axe every time you go up. Not really going to be able to get any of that done here. Red Flame Evolve getting very tanky.
Yeah, he does have the Bammy Cinder. Working pretty well in this lane so far. 2 deaths on the side of KR Fangs. And every single match, he's just been doing a lot of work. He looks, once again, to be just as powerful.
KR Fangs having that black Phage probably going to be building a Black Cleaver or a Trinity Force, which means I may be right about something for once, but we'll see. But if Red Flame Evolves already has that cloth armor, so it's just 800 gold, and he's got Ninja Tabi, and then KR Fangs is useless. Like, that's my honest opinion there. It's just, even with a Black Cleaver, Shen that's that tanky already is gonna have a really fun time against the tickling of KR Fangs' taking sense. Oh!
United used the taunt lands. A disengage to come out of Axisol. Glacial Fisher doing quite a decent amount of work, but Piccolo Junks got out and deleted! Teleport coming out from KR Fangs. Goes on to Samano, unable to pick up too much just yet, but Samano's ticking low. There's another taunt to come out of Red Flame as he takes down Autumn Rain. Now KR Fangs in the middle, 3 members deep into no man's land, trying to run out of this, has to burn the flash to survive. Will the snare land? It does, and that should be the end. No, it isn't just yet, but Red Flame wants it, gets the taunt! Will die for it and possibly give the first stack that Demoglio's been thirsty for. Can he get close enough? Uses the flash. 370 gold picked up by Demoglio.
Overall, that was what? 4 for 1? I think that was like a 4 for 1. So 4-1 Red Flame Evolved on this Shen. Not exactly the champion you'd expect him to be, someone to be hard carrying on, but he's proving a lot of things wrong today.
Yeah. Oh. It's 4-1-2 Shen. Can Red Flame just carry with every single champ you put him in that top lane? Give him a Soraka. I really want to see if he can still do the same work he's doing.
Maybe, honestly, I have no idea with Red Flame Evolved. It's looking so good in this series, and if the Relegades do manage to pull this win, which they are looking like they're about to do, I'm going to look very forward to seeing him in the semifinals. But still, anything goes. And 2-6, 3k gold lead for the side of the Relegades. We'll see whether or not that will be the case. But it does very much look like it's going to do so. So the Warrior enchantment picked up by White Raw. See if he goes for more damage or tankiness. Either could work here. Piccolo Jack going straight for the center hook to be a tank for his team, but his team's so far behind that he can see his song finished it, so not really doing much there.
He has no choice but to go for it. I mean, if he goes for the Runic Echoes build, he's going to get deleted so fast. I mean, this isn't... with how fast the Relegades Incorporated are snowballing, it probably isn't going to make a difference at this rate. but he
What?
needs something to give him some stats, some defensive stats to make him soak up and live in these fights.
Man, am I wrong again? Is KR Fangs building Trinity Force instead of Black Cleave? I am so sad. I am never going to be able to fix anything. My career as an analyst is over. In this. Okay, well, you know, maybe he just has
He'll get
a
something
dagger
right someday.
for some reason. No? Oh well. So Samano nearly finishing that Borg, having a nice 20 CS lead on Demaglio. He was actually finishing Yomas. So he's finishing Yomas before Samano's finished that Borg with help from his passive, the Draven cash-in. Adoration, that is.
I'm very curious how Demaglio is going to affect the turnabout, the turnout of this game. Having the Yamu's Ghostblade, a nerf version of it, mind you.
Yep, only having that 15 lethality and will scale a little bit, not quite as hard as Lucian. Oh,
KR Fangs caught out once again, using the bear stance. And Udyr's supposed to be the one that does the damage. Autumn Rain gets hit by a stun. Assaulted Battery is on. Autumn Rain able to survive, and White Raw overextends, giving another kill to Demaglio. Meanwhile, KR Fangs trying to bully out Red Flame from pulling out something big, and he drops some great play. More like misplay to come out from Red Flame Evolved.
that slight miscalculation coming from Red Flame Evolved, and the action going on both in the top side and the middle lane. KR Fangs gonna get a little bit of a respite from the assault of Red Flame Evolved, and Mass Penguin's gonna use this opportunity to siege that. Oh, but not anymore. Samano's this, so uses that culling.
Ooh, Charm lands onto Samano. Samano gets chunked out. 2/3 of his health gone. Unable to follow up and pick up the kill, but Demaglio is starting to snowball a little bit in this matchup. He does have a gold lead over Samano.
Yeah, that he does, even though he is still down 20 CS. But Adoration stack's really strong, and he's going to be running around. Well, you know,
So much for the red buff.
he didn't need that. That's perfectly right. Okay, so where I was actually going to be going for that Trinity Force. I like that, honestly. I think that Vi is a perfectly fine champion to do that on, especially since the team is ahead. He'll be very, very, very squishy. But he doesn't have to be tanky because he's got Red Flame involved. And the constant shields from Sandwalker.
So we do have another pause coming out. So many pauses in this game so far. It is on the side of Mass Penguins. Jungler having a little bit of latency issues. Hopefully he can get that resolved. We can get right back into the game. So overall, it's not over for the Mass Penguins just yet. They are suffering quite a bit. 2-0 in turrets. 0 objectives picked up. It's rough, but they can come back. I'm not sure how I feel about the Udyr now. I feel like it's not working. Like it's not really going to contribute that much. But I do think there's a chance with the composition they draft, if they can get the picks. If the Charm lands flush, and so does the Axe, Demaglio can pull out some big things. I want to give them hope. I want to believe they can get back into this. What do you think about it?
Yeah, me too. And I definitely agree with about KR Fangs as an Udyr. His time to be a terror, you know, up in that top lane is gone and past, and just very, very close, honestly, because there were a lot of times where it looked like it could go either way. Just unfortunate that it ended up not going well for him, and then off the TP play that they made in the bot side, Red Flame Evolved just picking up all these advantages. It's just not going to work out for him, and not really much hope for him. Yeah, I definitely agree. Asked Penguins. For a win condition, I honestly... They do have the pick. They have the RE Charm. They have the Gragas Cask. They can try to make these things happen, and if they can get Demaglio to a point where he's sufficiently fed, he can just two-shot somehow. He can annihilate Vi if he tries to dive him, because White Raw is building Trinity Force and he's quite squishy. So there is that possibility, but it's basically all riding on Autumn Rain and Demaglio.
So we are back into game, and I Agree 100%. Autumn Rain, Demaglio, you are the superstars of this match. You have to make it work. We do see a Rift Herald being started up on the side of Relegades Incorporated. No Rift Heralds picked up whatsoever for the Masked Penguins.
And there we go. So we'll see what they decide to do with this. I'd really like to see them do some kind of like 4-man push with it, because it's just, if you can keep that Rift Herald alive past like to the taking of 1 tower, it's ridiculous how much damage value you get out of it. So there are 4 members of the Relegades here right now. However, they don't have a wave at the present because there's actually a decent amount of wave clear from Autumn Rain. So we'll see whether or not they can make it happen on the next push.
Yeah, and they need to get the next push going, and they need to try and get Autumn Rain out of there. Because that Rift Herald, it can go beyond just 1 tower. You can get 2 towers utilizing that thing. You gotta utilize it properly. And here comes the stun, misses, doesn't land onto Autumn Rain.
Again, Flash Frost barely missing. A little bit of miscalculation there, but it's alright. And Carafangs has the components to his Shiny Force now, and he has that Ninja Tab Eye, so... Oh.
And all 5 members are in the mid lane as they look to set up this push. Rift Herald is summoned, is on the Rift. They want this tower. And honestly, Rift Herald at this point, it's just a free objective. The moment you picked up Rift Herald, look at that chunk of damage.
Ooh, there we go.
And we do have a fight breaking out. Red Flame evolved, a little bit caught out, taunts away. They're unable to get the tower just yet, but they do get a charm on a Red Flame. Red Flame does survive, is quite a tanky Shen.
Yep, being very tanky there with the Aegis of Legion machine. Maybe building a locket.
Oh, a charm and a flash coming out of Autumn Rain takes out Red Flame. And this is something they desperately needed.
So no more tanky Shen here, but they do have the Glacial Storm on the side of Relegades, so...
But there's no more mana.
Still can't push. That's true, he is out of mana. So they may be able to make something happen on this push. Will they call for it? Looks like they are making the call to stay. Mr. J-Jax does not have the NM to clear this wave. No culling either, so...
There's a little bit. He's able to clear it for just enough. No. Keeps him alive with just a slither, but it's enough to protect the tower.
I underestimated how much mana he had. Goodness.
Also, the thing, he's regenning mana. He has the tier. Yeah. So he's able to regen enough to do a defense.
Yep, that he did, and that tower will stay another day, and we have another pause.
Pauses for days.
It's always fun. Demaglio now has, I believe he was the one that had the CS deficit. He has now made up for that, being only 6 CS behind. So, actually, there's a decent amount of CS lead on the side of Masked Penguins, except in the jungle, where White Ra has 30 CS over Piccolo Jack, although that may be inflated from taxing waves and such. But other than that, they seem to be winning in just about everywhere in CS, the Masked Penguins are. Red Flame Evolved has actually picked up that Lock of the Iron Solari. He's being a bro. It's just shields for days. Okay, you got Stand United, you got Lock of the Iron Solari, and you got Defiance from Karma. So that's if you can't have Ivern, might as well just build shields. Why not?
Yeah, they're starting to stack up those shields. Just picking up the Locket, that's a pretty big pickup, and people underestimate how strong Locket can be in team fights. It gives health in the form of a shield to every single member of your team if you're all clumped up and close enough. That could be huge in turning around a team fight, and especially considering they do have the Karma, as you were saying, shields for days. There's a lot of protection for Samano. There's a lot of protection for Mr. J-Jax, so it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a rough game for the Masked Penguins to cut through all that and get the picks that they need.
Yeah, that it is. That being said, though, we have seen Autumn Rain has a very decent amount of damage right now. Was able to take out Red from the vault, so I'd like to see what his burst combo does onto a squishy member of Relegades. Oh, well, no, that wasn't entirely, but a little bit of damage.
We see Mr. J-Jax trying to do the cheeky wall stun.
He's got
It'd be
mono
nice
phase,
to
why
see a
not?
Poppy right now.
It would be. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. No, never again. Never again. Yeah,
PTSD kicks in.
This takes out of my game.
So once again, Red Flame just chunking out KR Fangs, making him seem non-existent in this game.
Absolutely doing no damage whatsoever as KR Fangs. That's why Evolved's gonna be backing in the bush. Nope.
Nope, decides to taunt up KR Fangs. And with him going for the Trinity Force, it's gonna be a while before he gets to the point where he can do any damage. Not, you know, never mind absorbing damage.
Yeah, just needs to stop taking these fights. Stop trying to trade with Red Flame Evolved at all, because that's a lost cause. There's no way that he's going to do any damage, even with the Trinity Force that he's built. It's not going to help. It really isn't. Now, Relegades are positioning themselves around this Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, we do see Red Flame choosing to back, most likely for the Dragon setup. Look to get the stand united, fresh off the base, possibly a teleport.
Yep, does have both available to him. Fangs is going to push this up a bit.
Autumn Rain getting punished, misses the charm. J-Jax outplays Autumn Rain pretty heavily. There's the stand united being used. Piccolo Jax gets hit by the Vault Breaker. Expect to see the assaulted battery onto Autumn Rain, and he's chunked out, getting mounted, but Demoglio turns it around. And now Red Flame is on the run. They need one more auto to stun him, and they get it. But here comes Samano trying to out-duel Demoglio. And there's a charm onto Red Flame. Red Flame falling critically low. One more auto will stun him. Does get stunned up. KR Fangs trying to take out Red Flame. And Red Flame manages to just barely survive. But overall, it's a 1-0 in favor of the Masked Penguins.
Look at all those flashing health bars, and I honestly expected that to go so much better for the side of Masked Penguins. Samano dashing in on the side, doing a little flank with Lucian into 3 members of the Masked Penguins, but he still leaves, and Red Flame Evolves going back in to help him, and he's still alive.
Okay, are you not going to say now that Samano is the TSM of Ascension?
Well, it wasn't a flash, okay? So
he dashed forward.
That he did. Okay, well, we only prosecute it if it doesn't work out, alright? We only blame him if it doesn't work out. Otherwise we love him.
Like, that should have been a death. He was able to just play it well enough to get through with that. I mean, he burnt his flash, he burnt his heal. It's a miracle he's alive, really.
Yeah, and now 6-6. Evening up the gold. It was what, 3k gold lead at some point? Masked Penguins have brought that back. And they're still down 2 towers no less. So those 2 towers pretty easy to take if they do a group siege or something. So then that's a lot of gold value on the map that is not quite in their pockets yet, but could potentially be.
They gotta be careful of this collapse. Relegades Incorporated looking to collapse onto Axe Assault and Demoglio. Vault Breaker goes out. There's the teleport coming out from Red Flame Evolved. He is here, and Piccolo Jack is caught out. Great wall to come out of Mr. J-Jax.
I think he just angled the dash wrong or something, because he used it and he didn't go over the wall. There's nothing to stop him from going over that wall, just if he didn't quite aim his body slam correctly. And it looks like that's exactly what he did.
And just as they got back into this game, they take a lot of punishment, and here comes the punishment coming out from Samano's calling. Now KR Fangs, caught in no man's land, gets taken out by Mr. J-Jax.
Slightly overzealous by KR Fangs, trying to get in there and help his teammate, but just found himself in the middle of the enemy team. Could be an easy tower for the Relegades. Then it will be.
And there is a flash taunt. Trying to get onto Axisol. That is a tanky Braum. There goes the Glacial Fissure. He does fall to the inner flame of Sandwalker.
Demoglio still alive.
Oh, and the fight's out again. Explosive Clask gets Red Flame pretty deep, and it looks like Jack's gonna fall, but Stand United is huge.
God, the shields. Is this just what the team comp of the Relegades will be known for? Just shield everything. Nobody cares. Just shield. Shut up and shield. That's all it is. That's all I'm seeing here, because nobody's dying, and I'm kind of upset about it.
Shields for days, really.
Oh goodness. And now this mid lane tower is still not taken by The side of Masked Penguins. That was a little unfortunate. Autumn Rain slightly mistiming his flash. Didn't get the charm flash. So that will be the loss of his summoner spell, and he'll try to get some damage on the side, but I don't think he will be able to. Ascension eSports nearly completed by White Raw. 23 minutes in the game, and now there's a 3k goal advantage for the Relegades. Wow. Okay, well.
And it looks like KR Fangs is finally going to get the first turret from Masked Penguins, who have been devastatingly behind in turrets for the longest time.
That he was.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
It's gonna be a tower. Alright, so 23 minutes in this game, 24. Still 3k, but you know, less than it was before for that tower.
So now the vision battle starts to begin around the Baron area. Stun onto Piccolo Jack. Autumn Rain knocks himself into the damage of Sandwalker with that blast plan.
Well, it worked out for him luckily, so it'll be fine. But a Tiamat coming from Red 3 Evolved, probably gonna build that into a Titanic Hydra. It's a pretty good item on to have on Shen.
That's
If she does a decent amount of damage.
What in the world just happened? KR Fangs.
He does a decent amount of damage.
Is he looking to pull a red flame?
Nice taunt by Shadow Dash by Brad from Evolve to get out of that situation. Not getting hit by the charm. Please, dear God, the Masked Penguins get a tower. I cannot stand seeing this tower be alive any longer.
This tower.
Please. Just die.
This is so dangerous. They need one more auto to finish off this tower.
Come on.
Vault Breaker charged up, not used. Choosing
Well,
the
KR
perfect
Fangs
backdown.
splitting in the boss side. They're playing Evolve's gonna have to deal with that.
Do you think the Masked Penguins can actually pull this off? Here comes the Vault Breaker onto Autumn Rain. Autumn Rain gets knocked up, able to use the Spirit Rush to get back. There should be a stun onto White Raw as he flashes away in order to survive. Now Jack's doing a ton of damage onto Axisol. Samato goes right in just a drop, and so does White Raw. Double kill picked up by Autumn Rain. Will he drop to the minions? He does, and Mr. J Jax picks up one, gets a double stun. Unable to follow it up, though. And that's 2 for 1. Might be 2 for 2 as Axisol gets dangerously low, and Mr. J Jax doing great plays.
Wow, what a fight. And that will be a 2 for 2 overall. Still gonna be that 3k, well, about 2k, no, 3k gold lead for the side of Relegades. So nothing's really changed there. Tower is going to be taken.
Look at KR Fangs is the one looking to out Red Flame.
Now see, that's what I like about Udyr. Look at that. He takes the tower and he just runs away really fast. That's Udyr's thing. You just run. Put on his running shoes, and they will take the top lane tower in response. So again, nothing changes here. It's still 3k.
Still, this time it's still a close game though.
Yeah.
We saw in the other games when the lead started to snowball, it went disastrous. But Masked Penguins are actually staying in quite decently.
Piccolo Jack having a frozen heart. I'm not sure how I feel about that, considering that's a frozen heart right after Cinder. So it's building an item is always good, right? But it's not quite as effective because of the fact that Cinderhulk gives him that extra health based on percentage of his maximum health, and he's not getting that because frozen heart doesn't give health. He's got the armor, he's got the mana, but if he's playing Gragas and he's got, you know, access to all these resources, he's got all his jungle camps, and just generally low mana costs overall, I don't think the frozen heart's really that necessary.
Yeah, you
I
know,
would prefer to see a Renduins.
White Roll's not looking as good right now. He's not doing as good as he was on the Ivern. So it was actually a very smart move of the Masked Penguins to ban out that Ivern.
With trial and error showed them that hey, they have Ivern, we lost. So hopefully, yeah. So hopefully this works out for them too. And we'll be going to game 4, but this is still one of those games. And they finally get the mid-range. Thank you, goodness.
Assault and Battery used onto Autumn Rain. Autumn Rain able to Spirit Rush away. Red Flame going onto the back line, but Piccolo Jax caught in no man's land, has to flash away. So low, Samano picks up that one. Red Flame on the hunt, taunts up Autumn Rain. Autumn Rain still looking to run away, but they did pick up the jungler, which means they should get this dragon.
I'm not sure how I feel about Maglio's Dragon Core, because just watching him in these fights, it seems like he's tunneling to one of his axes. It's not necessarily like tunneling to one of his axes as he's running into the enemy team. It's just that he's not getting auto attacks between his spinning axes. He's going straight for the spinning axes after having auto attack. That means he's only getting one auto attack every 2 seconds. So that's he can be getting so many more auto attacks and just lowering his DPS overall. Kind of unfortunate that he's not living up to his full damage potential there. Relegades threatening Baron.
Yeah, whilst KDA looks nice, his contribution is not as effective as it should be.
Yeah. But KR Fangs on the bot side still has that TP, so see whether or not Relegades do anything while KR Fangs is pushing. It's like they'll death brush it.
This is pretty tense. Here comes the Vault Breaker. Denied.
Well played. Good set aside by
Autumn Rain's caught out. Autumn Rain is walled in, having to use the Spirit Rush in order to get away.
Spirit Rush coming in very handy there, but now he has no escape for the Assault and Battery, because White Rod generally always goes for Autumn Rain and is punished for it because he's now ulted into the enemy team. But without that ultimate, and he does have flash, but still, have to be very careful on that Ahri.
I feel like this has been the story of the matchup. Samano scaring away Piccolo Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, quite afraid. Even though he has the Frozen Heart and the Cinder Hulk. Looks like he's going to be going for an MR item next, possibly a Spirit Visage. Visage.
Look at this. A duel going on between KR Fangs. Piccolo Jack caught out once again, tries to turn around, explosive cast, knocks Samano away from his ally, but he's able to flash away. Now the fight's on. Which way is it going to turn? Stand United was pumped, and overall, nothing traded on either side.
Lots of ultimates though. Okay, so 3 for 2 in ultimates overall. Traded the Cask, the Whirling Death, the Glacial Fissure for Red Flame Evolved, and Samano's ultimates. But other than that, yeah, not really trading anything at all.
You know, this is actually pretty big. If they keep... Oh my goodness, a charm destroys Samano! He's able to get a shield, able to survive just for now. The fight is looking pretty good for the Masked Penguins as they look to take out Red Flame Evolved. Red Flame falling critically low, only has 500 health left, but the shields are so big on the side of Relegades.
Yep, very, very, very close there. Almost getting Samano, but not quite having the damage to do so yet. He had Autumn Rain has that Morello Omicron, he has that Losing Echo, but Samano does have the support of his team, and generally was able to avoid the entirety of the burst combo. So he'll be fine there. Lots of shields to help back him up, and everything will be good. But oh dear, please no. Autumn Rain yet again going with the Banshee's Veil.
Wasn't Banshee's Veil changed recently? It gives ability power now.
Huh.
I knew I was missing something with how often he was building it.
Well then, you know,
Ability power,
truly,
magic resist,
there comes a
10%
point.
direction.
There comes a point where I should just stop talking and just lie down and accept that nothing I know as an analyst is ever correct.
Well, this is what happens when you miss like 5 weeks of Ascension Week.
Goodness, why is the Banshee's Veil? Why didn't they? What is Abyssal Scepter now then? Okay, well, he's got the spell shield and he's got the AP. That's cool. All right. So that's good. That's good. You know, he has a magic resistance. I assume that's the best option. We'll be sealing away the Skull Crab as well.
Oh man, so this game's been pretty tense so far. KR Fangs looking to get back into it. Had a very bad matchup twice with Red Flame Evolved. He's now starting to look pretty strong as he builds that Blade of the Rune King, looking to just finally be able to beat Red Flame.
Yeah, so something that I'd like to see, the name eludes me, but the new item that they added, the helmet or something that has the active that makes you tankier but less damage, I'd like to see that out of Red Flame. I think that'd be really good.
KR's actually doing kind of decently in this matchup, but not
Oh, yeah.
enough to win it overall. Has to back off. He needs to finish the Blade of the Rune King before he can pull it off.
I think that he could potentially win at this point because something that else that they changed about Udyr is the fact that he's along. Okay, so this is we used to see no wet noodle fights. This is still a wet noodle fight basically.
Yeah, still a bit of a wet noodle fight, but this
Okay,
is really
we'll
back
get
and
close.
forth.
So the thing is that his Turtle Stance heals now for a factor based on his maximum health, and now it applies every third auto attack. So it gives you more incentive to stay in the Turtle Stance because an Udyr with sufficient attack speed, between every spellcast, you should be able to get like about 1 to 4 autos. So that means you can proc those things twice now. So you can get his Tiger Stance twice, go to Turtle, heal for his max HP twice. And that's why, even though being so far behind, he and Breath of Evolved having a damage item in the Titanic Hydra, he can still match him. And I think that proper usage of the Turtle Stance could win that fight, I think.
It's iffy. I think more than anything, he really does need the Blade of the Rune King, though. And a catch onto Mr. Jax forces out the flash. And yeah, look at that. Oh, Mr. Jax caught out once again, gets hit by the ultimate from Demoglio. They bring the A closer, they knock it up, they want to scramble it, and they do. Now KR Fangs looking to get away from White Raw. KR Fangs doing the BM.
I love it, I love it.
KR Fangs gets taunted up, and this was a bait set up to finally take out Red Flame. Red Flame actually able to flash over the wall. Autumn Rain on the hunt, wants to land the charm, but there are 4 members of the Relegades looking to stop that.
Relegades, oh my goodness. Red Flame Evolved lives through way too many situations he really has no business living through. Why? I just want to see some blood, man. Okay, so this will now bring the score to 9-12 in favor of the Relegades, and the gold lead to 1k now. So it's going back and forth between 3k, 0k, whatever, and now it is 1k. So Mass Penguins bringing themselves into this, Naglio having this Yomu's Phantom Dancer and that Last Whisperer. So once he gets that IE, he's going to hurt a lot. Possibly Bloodthirster, one of the two. I think it'd be better to build IE here.
So we do see that KR Fangs has his Blade of the Rune King finally. This should be able to change up how the damage is being distributed between these two top laners.
That he will do. Oh, Seraph's base finished for Mr. J-Jax. So I'm not sure if he's used it in any of his fights yet or if he just got it. That'll be quite helpful for living.
Yeah, more shields on a team that has so many of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you throw a Stand United with the Karma Shield, with the Locket of the Iron Solari.
Problem is that Mr. J-Jax isn't really representing that much damage so far because it seems like he's just kind of not getting up.
Ooh, Demoglio's caught out, able to flash over the wall just in time. Stand United is used. Axisol absorbing a lot of the damage. Taunt comes out. Red Flame Evolved is being pretty massive in this fight right now. Axisol able to drop. Can they get Autumn Rain? No, they're going to go after Piccolo Jack instead. KR Fangs is now in the middle of this, and it's questionable as to why, as 2 members go down on the side of the Masked Penguins.
I was thinking when they went into that choke and they were chasing him down and the Glacial Fissure was used, I was thinking this could be good for the side of the Masked Penguins, but it really wasn't. I thought that the REQ would do so much more. Oh.
Ooh, Red Flame over the wall. Samano's hungry. He wants a piece of this. They're going to get the first tower, cracking the base. Now it looks like Autumn Rain doesn't die just yet. A lot of damage coming out. Samano flashing over the wall, gets Autumn Rain. Piccolo Jack wants to get the revenge kill, manages to pick it up. They save the inhibitor for now, but there's a lot of low health bars, and Piccolo Jack is on the hunt, looking to get on this as fast as he can. Demoglio, and there's the explosive cast, picks up Mr. J-Jax. Will we see the body slam land as well? Demoglio kind of second guessing himself right there.
We'll bring the gold lead back up to about 3k. Significant losses for the side of Masked Penguins.
This is a gutsy call.
And it is. Well, they
Too
know.
gutsy. Their
This, yeah.
health bars are way too low.
way.
They have to abandon that. But here comes KR Fangs. He wants Mr. J-Jax.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at the damage onto him too.
Oh. Leandri's Torment.
He doesn't have much magic resist either. He has 0 magic resist for that matter. And he's building more armor for some reason.
Yep. He is, but you know, who needs magic resistance? Understanding. It's only India. So the Autumn Ring's on the bottom side of the map. They should do this Baron, honestly. Autumn Ring's not there.
They are going for the Baron. 4 members ready to try and defend this. Will Piccolo Jack be able to get a smite still? KR Fangs looking to be as intimidating as possible, but he is caught out with the focus fire onto him. He has to flash away. Glacial Fisher does a pretty good job at disengaging this fight. Axe Sol is able to stop Red Flame 4 now, but 5 members versus 4 makes this difficult, and they even it up, and down will go Samano! Double kill picked up by Autumn Rain. This fight is turning around. White Raw drops as well, and that's a huge win for the Masked Penguins.
Oh my god. And that was just a split fight, honestly. White Raw used everything he had on KR Fangs, and it didn't matter because KR Fangs had flash and he just got out anyways. And now they're going to be taking this inhibitor.
And what a surprise. First inhibitor picked up by the Masked Penguins. Ooh, is that a catch onto Jax? He gets taunted. Will he drop down to Moglio?
Ooh,
Actually
the
went back
egg.
for the axe. Did get the auto for the egg, though.
That's pretty significant, actually. The loss of extra life.
I have to question Demoglio even more now because he's kind of going for these axes a little bit too much, way more than he should, honestly.
Yeah, it's just not really the optimal play here. But now they're on Baron, so we don't have time to talk about that. It's already a half health.
Yeah, they're not going to get to this. This is Baron picked up by the Masked Penguins, and they are back in this fight.
That they are. 13 to 15, 40 minutes into this game. 3K gold lead now for the Masked Penguins, finding themselves on the other side of the gold divide. Oh, sweet, sweet CS for KR Fangs. So Void Staff is actually now finished on the side of Autumn Rain. Did he just finish that or not? Because if he just finished it, that's good because he hasn't been doing jack for damage against like Red Flame Evolved. So we'll see. Infinity Edge finished for Demoglio. He's now got 4 items, and he's going to be working on his last one. Now they're fighting on an Elder, though.
And this Elder Drake's going to be very, very critical. If Relegades get it, it's huge for them.
If that will be 3 dragons, going to have a lot of burn. Oh, the Gargoyle Stone Plate, that's what it's called. The item, when they activate it, makes you tankier, but cuts your damage. Okay, so both top laners have actually now built this. So I see the logic with building it on Uber, but the thing is that he's built 2 damage items. If you're going to build damage and try to get the gold Gargoyle Stone Plate and go for this whole stun bot Uber fantasy, but they're looking like they're going to gauge.
Very risky. Autumn Rain actually goes in. He's going to be the focus fire, but Piccolo Jack is caught out. There's Red Flame in the middle of everything, getting chunked out, taking a lot of damage, but able to survive for now, but gets taken out by Demoglio. Now, White Raw is in the middle of the fight. This looks so good for the Masked Penguins as they take out Mr. J-Jax. And now they're looking to get onto Samano. Samano's trying to run away, but you can't get away from the deer. And now KR Fangs turns his attention to White Raw. White Raw's trying to run away as fast as he can. It does look like he'll get over to the safety of his base, but that's the Elder Drake picked up by the Masked Penguins. And there's a charm! There's a dead White Raw, and that should be the game!
I hope it is. They've got 20 seconds left. Some of them stay behind to do Elder instead of pushing for the win, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Autumn Rain and KR Fangs taking this game. Masked Penguins going back now, 2-1, coming back and looking to get this, maybe get back in this series.
Yeah, and we have ourselves a series. Masked Penguins, They bound at the Ivern, they win the game. What a coincidence.
Oh boy, let's see if there's any correlation. Just maybe. And Red Flame evolves not on, well, actually, he's on Shen, so see if they'll put him on something like Gangplank next game, maybe more of a carry, but we'll see if Mass Penguins can truly make this dream of a reverse sweep possible.
Oh man, if we see a reverse sweep, what a
Oh
world
boy.
we live in.
What a world indeed.
So we do see the damage charts. Autumn Rain finally getting his revenge, finally being able to do a lot in these fights. It really showed. Demoglio, a little bit underwhelming. It felt like he should have done a lot more damage, and it was because he kind of tunneled in on those axes a little bit too much. But
Yeah.
overall, it's a win's a win, and they did a great job to bring that match back.
Yep, that they did. So much work done by Autumn Rain in these fights. It didn't seem so dramatic, just little pinpricks here and there with his Q, but ultimately able to bring these charms and get that clutch charm onto Mr. J-Jax at the end, the charm flash onto White Raw at the end. Doing work here, 8-3 and 6. Very well played by Autumn Rain and by the Mass Penguins as a whole.
Yeah, very well played indeed. But on that note, Game 3 comes to its conclusion, and we will see if Mass Penguins can keep up this momentum and cause the reverse sweep to happen. We'll find out soon enough right after this break. See you soon.